So you all remember The Amazing Spider-Man 2, right? It was a movie that cost so much money to make that in the long run, it actually ended up being one of the biggest box office failures when it comes to superhero movies, only topped by the likes of the recent Justice League. And of course, the mastermind behind everything Sony was doing, not just Avi Arad, but Amy Pascal. Now, if you've heard the stories about her, you know that more or less she was very, very controlling and very outspoken in many ways. There was a lot of emails that leaked and a lot of things she said that she probably wishes she could take back, and a lot of choices she's made with her time with Sony, specifically in relation to Spider-Man and how they handled the whole Andrew Garfield situation, that she probably wished she could walk back. But now we got another story for you, and believe me, this one is the most Sony thing you're gonna hear today. So in case you guys don't know, in the late 90s, Sony ended up buying Spider-Man from Marvel, who was going bankrupt, for $10 million. And that was that. Kevin Feige actually got his start. You know, Kevin Feige from Marvel Studios, the man responsible for the MCU, got his start over at Sony, helping with those movies as an executive producer. But when the Amazing Spider-Man franchise started to get out of hand and go down, well, I guess the toilet is the kind way to say it, Kevin Feige himself found him sitting across a table with Amy Pascal. And he saw that this was, you know, one of the early conversations that maybe he could work out bringing Spider-Man into the MCU. So him and Amy sat down and had a conversation. And during this conversation, during a lunch meeting, it was Amy Pascal who actually, when the conversation was wrapping up, when Kevin Feige asked to share Spider-Man, where she took her sandwich, threw the sandwich at him, and told him to get the F out. And it wasn't too long after this that the infamous Sony email hack would happen, where Sony would find themselves in so much trouble that literally Spider-Man was not going to be able to survive with himself alone. So pretty much he went back to it. She ended up crawling back and accepting the deal, and that's that. Now, I told you this is the most Sony thing you're gonna hear today, right? Isn't it? Just imagine having a business meeting and someone throws a sandwich at you. And then a year after that, this person is your partner dealing with the same character, right? Ah, Sony, Sony, Sony.